comics and toys. Check them out on Facebook and also on Instagram. They also have an eBay store. Contact them through the Comic Collector Live because they actually have a store on there as well. You guys check it out because they have lots of cool things, have a ton of stuff that you guys may be out there looking for.
Another Generation 2 Plastic On Review! Woo!
Welcome to another Plastic On Review. Today we're going to cover not necessarily Generation 2, but G1, but I actually consider this guy G2 because of the color scheme. Looking at Generation 2 Shockwave, also known as Action Master Shockwave, because you know, Action Masters were cool. I know a lot of people out there dog on Action Masters, and I'm sorry, you guys are missing the boat because these guys are absolutely fun and amazing. And I like these guys, I just always have. But good old Shockwave here, he comes with this really weird contraption type of thing, which supposed to be like, just, I'd say this is more like a gun emplacement type of thing. You know, it's supposed to be something you can stand behind to shoot like any of the Autobots and such. That's just kind of what he does. I mean, he's Shockwave. He's always got some weird, crazy gadgetry and such. Because, I mean, come on, guys, he's a mad scientist. He's always had weird stuff like this. But it's really neat how, you know, it's kind of a parts forming thing. So, you know, you can take this gun here off and actually put it in Shockwave's hand, and you know, these guys are roughly about the size of your reaction figures that are out there. They're really cool, and these actually kind of fit in with Joe's as well, so they kind of fit, you know, that type of aesthetic. So I mean, if you're not really in that aesthetic, I get it, but the reason I have this guy is because this guy looks very good, and he actually fits in better with my collection when it comes to the comic books. I know some people are like, well, why don't you have customize an actual G1 Shockwave? The guy is enormous, and to me he's way too big for the scale that I actually like. So I do like little good old Action Master Shockwave here. His little gadget contraption here, it's got, like I said, it's more or less kind of like a parts forming thing. It's got these little bits here that can come off, and then you can like move them here if you want to. It's really strange what you can do with this little doohickey, and its doohickey does have a bit of a gimmick, and the gimmick is it's got a spring-loaded thing that it does, and you just kind of fold this thing here back, and then you just press this little button, and then boop, up pops the gun. Now, this is where you just have to kind of take your own interpretation to figure out how you're going to put him on here, because he has two little pegs right there, which will fit in Shockwave's hand, which is kind of funny. And then you can take, which he kind of has problems trying to hold this up, because this thing's enormous, guys. It's very hard for him to hold this up. But then you can take this part here of the gun and plug it in here, and you know, he's got this gigantic laser, because PPU action, PPU bang bang, because Action Master, right? It's kind of funny. I personally don't really do that much with him like that, because, you know, it's just something I don't really care for. Because, I mean, come on. He's Shockwave. He's always had his own little gun. You know, something here that I think they could have done, because you can take these bits here and actually plug these underneath. And, I don't know, give him stilts if you want. Make it so that way it looks like he's walking on stilettos. Because, I mean, why not? That's just funny. And it's just, it's hilarious, some of the stuff you can do. Like, you can't really put these in here, and I do know mine actually does not have the hose. There's supposed to be a hose that goes from here to here, but the cool thing is those holes are actually compatible with the bits, so you can actually plug the bits if you want to in those little holes, you know, however you want to do that. Actually, his gun actually will work better back here, because, you know, storage for his laser gun. No, it doesn't want to stay on there. Oh well. Anyhow, he's really cool. I do like him a lot. He's probably one of the coolest Action Masters I've ever owned. I've owned several of them, and honestly, this guy is my favorite just because it's Shockwave. He's He's got a really, really nice look to him, and he's very, I wouldn't say he's like super posable, but I mean, I think these guys are posable enough. I mean, to me, these guys didn't have to be like crazy articulated, because I mean, they were just supposed to be a stagnant version of a transformer, but it just turns in, you know, it doesn't really turn into anything. It's a robot. You just take places to play with it. It's kind of hard to get into balance. I'm trying to get into balance here with, you know, you can actually put him in some kinds of poses, but these guys are really cool. I think they're very underrated, to be honest, especially trying to find them where like his legs are like not wobbling all over the place or trying to come off, because this actually has the same mechanism on the inside of it as the G.I. Joe does with the rubber band. So if you guys are out there and you find these guys and you're like, oh, well, his legs are floppy and he's falling apart, all you need to do is, you know, pop the screw, take them apart, pull that rubber band out, put the new O-ring in there, put them back together, and bam, there you go. You got a great looking little Action Master. And like I said, I mean, these guys have got some pretty good height. Here he is next to my G2 Outback, and he's kind of cool. I think he looks really good. He's just a very, very awesome little guy. And just for size comparison with a G.I. Joe, here he is with Cobra Commander. He just looks very good. I think he looks very, very good for what he is. Anyhow, this has been Plasticon. This has been yet another Generation 2 review. And I got plenty more coming your guys' way, because you know me, I got lots coming. That's it for now. Bye.